Hey, what's up, guys? Ricardo Nava here, your favorite mortgage guy, with your tip for today. So today's tip is don't max out your credit cards. But even though it sounds like something that's common sense, there are some things that you might not know when it comes to maxing out your credit cards. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So first off, let me start off by stating the obvious, which might not be obvious for everybody else. So I did want to touch on it and go into it a little bit. Is when it comes to your credit score and when it comes to applying for a mortgage, you definitely don't want to have everything maxed out. It's going to affect your credit score. So 30% of what your credit score is made up of is your account balances. So let's say that your credit limit over, let's say, 4 or 5 credit cards, total credit limit between all those 5 credit cards, let's say, is $10,000, right? But let's say that you've maxed all them out, so you're really close to having a total balance between all cards close to that limit. Then that reflects really poorly. It affects your score and it brings it way down. One of the most common things I see when I run credit simulators on people, because if your score is not where you want it to be, I can run a credit simulator and show you what you need to do to get that score up. And one of the most common things that I see that the simulator tells us to do is to go ahead and pay down your balances. Now, the general rule of thumb is that you want your balances to be under 30% of what the total credit limit is for that card. Okay, so if your credit limit is $100, then you want less than $30 balance on that card. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep your balances under 30% of whatever the limit is, and that will give you the best possible credit score rating. Okay, now another reason why having maxed out credit cards can affect you in a negative way is your debt to income ratio. So one thing that we use to qualify you is how many debts you have versus how much income you make per month. So if your cards and everything is maxed out, then that ratio is going to be a lot higher, and it's going to affect the amount that you qualify for. So you might still have a good credit score, good enough to qualify for a loan, but you're not going to qualify for as much as you would like to with those balances being high. Okay. Now, one thing that I did want to mention is that a lot of people don't know is that there are certain credit cards, certain department store credit cards, like for example, Macy's is one of them. That when you open up a Macy's card, even if you have $10 on it, it's considered maxed out, because a lot of those cards don't really have, a limit, and the ones that do, for some strange reason, and I really have no idea why they do this, or why it comes up like this on your credit report, but a lot of times, even with the small balance, it's considered max out. Because if I run a credit simulator, a lot of times if you have a Macy's card on your account, it's going to recommend that you pay it off completely, because that'll jump your score up a lot. Even if it's $10, $100, $500, whatever it is, it usually always recommends that we pay that off completely. So be careful when opening up a Macy's card. I would recommend not doing it, but if you really want to take advantage of the savings that you get, which is how they get you, is by telling you you're going to save like 20% off of your purchase, then pay it off. Get rid of that balance. Don't keep it on there. But there are other ones that are the same way. I don't know off the top of my head what they all are. You could definitely do some research on that on your own. But I just wanted to give you just a quick little tip on credit balances and how they affect your score. So remember, don't max out your cards. Pay them down. Keep them below 30%. All right? That's it for today. I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. If there is anything that you do want to know, if you have any more questions about anything at all related to mortgages, let me know. I'll answer them. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. I love you guys. Have a great day. God bless.